right-wingers shouldn't have to suffer the consequences of your votes? You don't want to be around me because I voted for fascism. No fair. I'm coughing on you with COVID, but you want me to wear a mask for your safety? No fair. My body, my choice. Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches. Wipe your own tears. Troll amongst yourselves with Elon and leave us alone. You got your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of, and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See? You did it just by voting this time. Congrats. You got your way. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay. But if you expect the 73 million who voted for the prosecutor, not the felon, and particularly the 92% of black women who voted for Kamala to give you a cookie for your vote, a trophy, a hug, a high five, you might be asking too much. If we want to eat with you, we will. But if we just want some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it. Stop acting like we owe you. And for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing.
Many months later.
You're fired. Get out of here. You're fired.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Opinions Varied. It's Opinions with an A. Please like, share, and subscribe. And to my subscribers, please hit that like button now. Give me a like on this video. It helps push the algorithm. And drop a comment. If you want to comment on the video, that's awesome. If not, just put MAGA in the comments for me. If you're new, welcome. I hope you like what you hear. Hope you like what you see. Hope that you stick around and subscribe. Same thing. Hit the like button for me. And please drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Or if you don't want to do that, put MAGA in the comments. Helps drive the algorithm, helps me grow the channel, helps get conservative voices out more on this platform. So with that said, that was the hateful, joyless Reid. Joy Reid, but better known as Joyless, as you could see. She is out. Reid out. No pun intended, at MSNBC in a big shakeup for the network, but not really. It's more like a shuffling of the deck. There are still plenty of Trump-hating, far-left voices that are going to be on the network. And in fact, that'll be going into Joy Reid's spot. So we'll get into that. We'll have an article from New York Post, and I'll read about that. And I'll tell you a little bit what I think about the people that are coming in. Let's go. MSNBC cancels Joy Reid's lefty show as network makes major shakeup. As like I said, I don't think it's a shakeup. It's really a shuffling of the deck. MSNBC liberal mainstay Joy Reid's show has been canceled as part of a major overhaul by the network's new president, Rebecca Kutler, according to a report. The 7 p.m. program, hosted by ardent Trump critic, that's putting it mildly, Reid, 56, will be replaced by a new panel show featuring co-hosts Alicia Menendez, Michael Steele, and Simone Sanders Townsend, the New York Times reported, citing insiders. Okay. Michael Steele, he's the former head of the RNC. He's not really Republican anymore. He's just a Trump-hating lunatic. He is not going to add anything new to this lineup. He's another, at this point, just Trump hater, Trump deranged person who will just bash Trump at every chance he gets.
This individual sitting down at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has given absolute power to one man who brings his son into the Oval Office, whose son says to him, "You're not the president. You shouldn't be in that chair." Now, where did he get that from? He got it from his daddy, because that's what his daddy thinks of the man who brought him into the Oval Office. So I just like to see somebody wake the hell up and get excited about the fact that your country is under assault. They're not at the gate anymore. They're in your bedrooms. They're in your living rooms. They're in your businesses. They got your data, dumbass. And nobody seems to give a damn. So that's all I want, somebody to show that they care enough to get off their fat ass and say something about it.
You have Simone Sanders. She's worked on Bernie Sanders' campaign. She's worked in other places. She worked on Kamala Harris's campaign. Not going to bring anything really, anything different also. And she's also known to say, you know, be all about race and everything else. You know, maybe not as crazy as Joy Reid, but she'll get there. And then you have Alicia Menendez. Alicia Menendez is the daughter of former senator, now convicted, Bob Menendez, who's been convicted of several corruption charges, including he was bribery and so many other things, and he had gold bars in his house, and he's been sentenced, I think, to 11 years in prison. I don't know when he's going to go or what's happened yet with him, but yeah, that's who that is. So we know she's not going to bring anything new. She's going to be maybe an ardent Trump hater too. So really, what are they changing? So also, by the way, Jen Psaki's moving into prime time, right? Rachel Maddow right now is going on every night at 9, but that'll stop in April when she goes back to one night a week to get paid $15 to $20 million a year, which is really hard to believe. And then 𝐻𝐻 Psaki apparently will replace her on the rest of the nights of the week at 9 p.m. So 𝐻𝐻 Psaki, yeah, that's a real new voice coming to MSNBC to shake it up, isn't it? No. Here we go. Final episode of Reid's show. The Reid Out will air sometime this week, ending a mainstay of MSNBC's lineup for the past 5 years. MSNBC declined to comment. It marks the first large-scale shakeup at MSNBC's new president, Kutler, since she took over the liberal network early this month, as it looks to double down on its lefty agenda during the second Trump administration. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing new here. This is just shuffling the deck to have a bunch of people with TDS just to keep talking. Reid, one of the most prominent Trump bashers in the mainstream media, true, has been a long-serving anchor of the network, hosting a weekend talk show AM Joy since 2016 before being named anchor of the 7 p.m. slot in 2020. She's made a series of infamous rants in recent months, including telling Trump supporters to make your own dinner at Thanksgiving, which is what I showed you in the beginning of the video, saying they should suffer the consequences of your votes. Kutler is making other major changes at MSNBC. She looks to change the fortunes of the network, where ratings have consistently trailed behind Fox News. Yeah, that's one of them I'm talking about, is moving 𝐻𝐻 Psaki to the 9 o'clock slot. Alex Wagner, who has hosted weeknights at 9 p.m., is also losing her anchor chair after Rachel Maddow returned to 5 days a week at the network to cover the first 100 days of the Trump administration. Maddow was set to return anchoring just 1 day a week on Mondays later this year. Right, and that's when Psaki will take over. In December, Nielsen Media Research revealed that Reid had lost almost half her viewers since the election of Donald Trump, with MSNBC seeing a whopping 53% drop in primetime viewership following the November 5th result, before rebounding somewhat in the 4 weeks following the presidential inauguration. The same month, MSNBC reportedly offered some of its most prominent stars, including Reid as well as Stephanie Ruhle, major pay cuts if they wanted to remain in their anchor chairs. I guess she said no. One of Reid's replacements in the 7 p.m. slot, Sanders Townsend, was previously a spokesperson for Kamala Harris before being hired, as we said before. Kutler, a former senior executive of CNN, has made it clear that MSNBC faces unique challenges as it looks to work with a Trump White House and prepares to be spun off into a new publicly traded company along with other NBCU cable networks. MSNBC and some of its fellow cable networks are being spun out by Comcast because they're losing money on it, forcing MSNBC to build up some of its own reporting and news gathering infrastructure. As part of these changes, Kutler is expected to announce a new MSNBC bureau in Washington, D.C. in the coming months, where the company is hiring for a new Washington bureau chief, as well as new heads of talent, news gathering, and content strategy. Our jobs are hard on a normal day, and these are not normal times. Here we go. Here we go. See, this is we're in different times. We're in scary times. It's all the same stuff. And this is the person running the network. So you think anything's really going to change in this coverage? No, it's going to be hard, but also going to be exciting and interesting, and a really important time to do what all of us do. Right. It's important for you to just bash Trump every night. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'll explain in a second exactly what I think MSNBC is. Among the other shakeups expected was weekend host, former White House Press Secretary 𝐻𝐻 Psaki will anchor one of the primetime hours during the week. That's what I told you. They don't have it in this article, but she will be taking that Maddow slot once she's done covering the first 100 days. Kutler, in her previous role as MSNBC's senior vice president, content strategy, spearheaded both Townsend and Psaki when they joined the network 3 years ago. All right, so there you have it. MSNBC's changing nothing. They're changing personalities, they're changing faces, but they're not changing anything they're really doing. What MSNBC and CNN are, they're just places for people that hate Trump to go to get their daily feast of leftist PORN. That's it. That's all it is. It's an echo chamber. There's nothing new going on. They don't have one even center voice going in there. I mean, even like that moron, Alyssa Farah Griffin from The View, put her on. Put her on. At least you have somebody who's not just completely Trump deranged. She's awful, but maybe she'll offer some kind of centrist perspective. Sometimes they have none of that. It's just Trump hate over and over and over, 24/7, 365. Do I think, right, their ratings went up after the inauguration because, like I said, people need some place to go for their Trump hate. They need to be told that they're not crazy. They need to be told that, yes, I knew I wasn't crazy. They say it too. See, they're on TV. It must be true. I must not be crazy. That's all it is at this point. That's all it is. They hear nothing different. It's one huge echo chamber, and they learn nothing. So, yeah, their rating is going to stay where they are. They're never going to take over Fox News. They're never going to surpass Fox News. It's never going to happen. Because as much as people want to kill Fox News, and I am not a huge fan of Fox News, but they have their far right, the Sean Hannity. They have Jesse Waters. But you know what it is with Jesse Waters? He's funny. He's funny. It doesn't come off as hateful. Everything on MSNBC and CNN, it comes off as hateful. That somebody who's not doing content like this would never bother to watch it. I don't want to be told that I'm a racist all day long. I just don't want it. So that's why they are where they are. Fox News has shows like The Five, where they have a Jessica Tarloff, who I can't stand, but she's on there to give her left-leaning perspective. They have Harold Ford Jr. on there, who I think is actually pretty good coming from the left. I think he's very, very reasonable and objective. I don't mind Harold Ford Jr. on the show. In fact, I like some of the things that he says because it's, like I said, it's coming from a different perspective, but not in a hateful way, and it's coming in a common sense way. None of that is on MSNBC or CNN. So you guys tell me what you think in the comments. I could go on and on about it, but I'll stop it right there. Tell me what you think. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time right here at Opinions Vary.
Opinions vary.